world of the internet. I am Kabi and I am here to talk about my weight loss journey. If you are new to my channel, I started my weight loss journey about a year and a half ago, and I was at 245 pounds when I started, which was January 21st, 2019. 245 pounds, I was obese, and I was very unhealthy. I needed to find a way to lose weight through healthy habits and through fitness and through learning how to eat better, using my intuition in moderation, by knowing how to cook, learning what works best for my body, what I like more, what I don't. And I didn't know all of that, and so most of my time I spent going to fast food places to find something to eat really quickly. When I decided to lose weight, I was in this kitchen and I was trying to figure out the best way to lose weight, and I just didn't know how, because there's so many options out there and I felt really overwhelmed about the possibilities. So this video, I want to touch on how to find what works best for you in weight loss and fitness. I truly believe that weight loss is extremely personal, and we have people from different perspectives and personalities and mindsets and mental health. Weight loss should be personal, should be adjusted to what best works for you. So in this particular video, I want to talk about keto versus counting calories, basically because they're the two most popular options out there. Especially the keto diet is super popular, and I know that a lot of people do follow it to lose weight. I want to talk about your relationship with the scale, what to do with the scale, how often should you weigh yourself, when should you weigh yourself, should you even weigh yourself at all. I want to talk about another very popular trend, which is intermittent fasting. Starting off with me, I had tried different ways to lose weight, but it was me giving into the peer pressure of my family and friends that wanted me to lose weight. But at the end of the day, I didn't want it, and when you do something and you don't really want it, it doesn't work. I was so uneducated about weight loss, and I just didn't really know how it worked. This is the first thing we're gonna talk about: keto versus counting calories. Counting calories, for me, I saw it as a way to be able to eat everything I liked, but just portion control, and be able to recognize the kinds of foods that I'm putting in my body, and monitor the amount of food that I'm eating and the calories that I'm consuming. Keto is another way to track what you're eating, but you're focusing mostly on reducing the amount of carbs that you're eating, and I think it's also the amount of sugars that you're eating, but I'm not too sure. But you are monitoring a lot more things than calories. Some people that do keto don't count calories, they just eat whatever they want as long as they keep their carbs low. I chose calories because I feel like I cannot live without carbs, and that's the truth. I don't want to. I like eating bread, and I like eating rice, and I like eating pancakes, and I like eating a lot of the things that have carbs, and I wanted to teach myself to continue eating those things, but in moderation. So I told myself, I don't want to do anything in my weight loss that I wouldn't do for the rest of my life. I felt like counting calories was gonna give me a lot more freedom than keto. Counting calories for me felt like I could go over my calories and that was gonna be it, but if I go over carbs, then I'm thrown off ketosis. A lot of people don't respond well to carbs, for example, and so that would be a good option to do keto. A lot of people don't really mind not having carbs, and that's another good option for you. My other fear was that I had heard a lot of people say that they had done keto and then they had gained all the way back because they never really learned how to eat everything in their diet, and they had been cutting back a lot of bread and a lot of rice, and then once they introduced those things to their diet, then they started gaining weight. Just like keto, I appreciate any diet that makes you be aware of what you're eating, that makes you read the labels on the back, and that makes you read the ingredients. Not to get obsessed with those things, but I think it's important that we learn how to read those things to know what we're putting in our body. And with keto and any other diet that does it, when you track your food and you pay attention to those things, you are more educated about the kinds of food that you like, that you don't like. I know there's a lot of research about why keto is healthy and why keto is not healthy. You can do any diet a healthy way and an unhealthy way, and there's gonna be research that will prove that your diet is healthy and unhealthy. Now back to counting calories. The downside of counting calories is that you do need to be aware of how much food you're eating and figure out your ingredients to measure them. Is that an inconvenience? Yes, it's an inconvenience. Would you rather eat your plate without having to track it and measure it and put it in an app? Yes, but to me, it's such a minor inconvenience compared to everything that I'm getting out of doing that. And a lot of people say I could never do that. I understand that if it's not for you, it's not for you. Another thing with counting calories is that it can lead to very unhealthy behaviors. Like I said with keto, everything that you do, there's a healthy way to do it and an unhealthy way to do it. I always tell myself, and I've said it multiple times on my Instagram, health over counting calories. Health first, counting calories second. Low in calories is not equivalent to healthy. So it can be high in calories and very healthy, and it can be low in calories and be very unhealthy. To me, losing weight is literally math. So if you eat a determined amount of calories consistently for a few weeks, you will lose weight. That is how I chose to do calorie counting, and I use my fitness pal to do so, and I do 1500 calories a day, and so far I have lost about 90 pounds. I did start at a very low calorie deficit diet, which I don't recommend, but trial and error. I was doing 1350, and now I definitely recommend a little higher. It's gonna take you a little longer, but it's gonna be healthier. I always say that you need to do whatever works best for you, and if keto will work best for you because you feel like you're gonna be more organized, or because you feel like you don't need carbs in your life, or because you just connect with that diet the most, then listen, weight loss is very personal. So you do you, and you make sure that whatever you're doing it in a healthy way. Always listen to your body. If you're starving and you need to go over your calories, you need to go over your calories. Eat. Don't distract yourself with things around you. There's a reason it's asking you for food. Give it food. Give it healthy food. Give it protein. Give it vegetables. Give it stuff that will make you feel full and that will give you all the nutrients that you need. Point number 2, the scale. So the scale is very tricky. It can be your worst enemy if you let it be your worst enemy. Should you choose a scale over measuring your body parts? Should you weigh yourself once or twice a day? Should you weigh yourself every day? Should you weigh yourself once a week? How do you choose what to do with the scale? I chose to weigh myself once a week, one and done, every Sunday morning before breakfast. The reason why I chose that was because I did not want to get obsessed over what the number on the scale says. I didn't want my weight loss to be solely about the scale. I didn't want to lead with the number in my head. I wanted to make sure that I was putting my fitness first, my health first, my mental health first, over a simple number on the scale. You can truly develop behaviors that you don't want to develop if you obsess over the scale. So one and done for me was the best way to achieve that, and the reason for that is because I know that if I weigh myself every day, that's the one thing I'm gonna be thinking of every single time that I wake up. For example, if every day in the morning, every single day I come to my bathroom and I weigh myself on the scale, then that's every single day that I'm gonna be looking into this scale and reminding myself and seeing the changes, and it's just a lot of scale for my brain. That's my scale over there. Where's my scale? There it is. Weighing yourself every day is a reminder that the scale is really present in your life, and then everything that you do throughout the day is gonna revolve around the scale, especially those people that don't tend to have a very positive relationship with food. I forget about the scale Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I think about the scale a little, but not too much. Now, the benefits of doing it every day, some people do it every day, and there are benefits of that too, and if that works for you, then that's amazing. If you weigh yourself every day, you can have a bit of the average of your weight, because there are times that, for example, I weigh myself on a Sunday and I have my period, and then I have gained 5 pounds that were not really real fat, it was just water weight. But if you weigh yourself every day, then you can average out the number, and then you can see the whole number going down as a whole instead of like once a week. Does that make sense? When you weigh yourself every day, you can see the pattern of the scale. You can recognize the foods that bloat you and don't bloat you. You can recognize the signs when you get your period. Weighing yourself every day has a lot of benefits, just not benefits that for me are worth it, because I feel like it will mess with my brain. I actually considered doing the scale once every 2 weeks, but I settled for once a week. I think that if we don't pay too much attention to the scale, we're bound to feel healthier, and we're bound to feel a little better about the whole journey, as opposed to like the number that you see when you weigh yourself. Should you have a goal weight or should you not have a goal weight? I think you should probably have a goal weight, but that's not something that I did myself. The reason why I didn't choose a goal weight is because I did not want to make my journey about a goal weight. I wanted to make my journey about my health, and my muscles and my fitness and how I'm developing as a person and my self-love, and not focusing on like tunnel vision to get to one number. I think when you remove the idea of a goal weight and you remove the reminder that you're still not there every week, that helps me stay positive. And when I give myself short-term goals that are attainable and instantly attainable, I feel the rewards every day and I feel the positivity every day, as opposed to giving myself long-term goals that I'm never gonna be able to reach quickly. I'm never gonna feel rewarded by reaching those goals because they're so distant and so unattainable. So giving myself short-term goals creates this system of rewards and positivity that keeps me going, because you see results every week. So if this week my goal is to lose a pound or two and I do it, then I'm like, yes, I did it. And the reason why I started to think about this when I first decided to lose weight is because I read a story about a girl that her goal weight was 135 pounds, and for a really long time that's all she wanted to be, because she felt like when she got there she was gonna feel pretty and she was gonna feel healthy and she was gonna feel worthy and she was gonna feel all the self-love that she had never felt. And when she saw that number on the scale, 135, she wrote that she started crying because she didn't feel any of those things, even though the scale was pointing out that she was already at her goal weight. Having a goal weight is not a bad thing, and I think a lot of people have it and it works perfectly for them, especially when you have that vision in your head of like, okay, I want to be disciplined for 2-3 months so I can get to this weight. But that doesn't work for me. I don't like to have a goal weight. I just want to be healthy and fit, and whenever I want to stop, I can stop. Concentrating now on losing fat and building muscle at the same time. Now on to intermittent fasting. Should you do intermittent fasting or not? Should you skip breakfast or not? A lot of people feel or think that intermittent fasting is only skipping breakfast, but that's not true. I decided to do intermittent fasting for a while when I started losing weight, and the reason why I chose that was because I felt like intermittent fasting was gonna help me keep myself organized and give me a window in the times that I could eat and wanted to eat. Intermittent fasting, what it basically is, that you have a certain time in a day, a little window where you have breakfast or lunch and dinner, whatever you want to eat, and you eat it only in that time. And then you have a big chunk of the day where you don't eat anything at all. You only have water or coffee or stuff like that. There are tons of benefits that you can see as a result of intermittent fasting. You can read about them on Google. Some people claim that it helps with weight loss, it helps with your overall health, it helps you with energy. I personally did not feel any of the benefits that they claim out of intermittent fasting, other than keeping myself organized. When I did not do intermittent fasting, I was losing the same amount of weight that I was when I was doing it. Intermittent fasting works so well for a lot of people. A lot of people swear by it, and a lot of people do it and they actually see results. They feel good, they feel clean, they feel better. I wanted to talk about how to choose whether to do intermittent fasting or not. Number one, a lot of people think that it's only about not having breakfast, and that's not true. Most people choose to skip the morning hours of breakfast in order to start eating at noon and then eat until like 8 p.m. I chose, when I was doing intermittent fasting, to eat at 9 and finish my meals at like 4 or 5. I chose to stop doing intermittent fasting because I felt like it was stressing me out to have a window of time in where I could eat. I don't like that commitment. I don't like not feeling the freedom of like eating whenever I want to. Now, breakfast. Should you have breakfast or skip breakfast altogether? I read somewhere that having breakfast, a really good, decent, healthy breakfast in the morning, helps you feel more sustained throughout the day. And I have noticed that in myself. When I eat a bigger breakfast, a healthier breakfast, I feel like I am less hungry throughout the day than when I have a smaller breakfast or I skip breakfast, and throughout the day I feel like I'm just hungry the whole day. As of right now, I eat breakfast at around 9:30, sometimes 10, sometimes 8:30, and then I have dinner anytime between 5 and 6. A lot of people feel like weight loss is hard to do and it's tedious and it's sad, and I am one of those people. But once I realized that I could just count my calories and do fitness at my own pace, be my own coach, and eat whatever I wanted and not sweat it, then I felt like that's when I started to enjoy my journey, because it stopped being about the number of the scale and it became a lot about the healthy meals that I was consuming. You can eat a lot of things and not feel hungry, protein and vegetables. So good for you. For example, a good snack that you can have when you're counting calories that is low in calories and really nutritious is some Greek yogurt. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your spoon of Greek yogurt and you're gonna add just a tiny little bit of honey. Just you know, and then you're gonna eat it. I usually have 1 cup of this with some honey and sometimes some peanut butter as a snack. But right now I already had it and I just want a little more because I'm craving it. So I'm just having a little more. If you are starting your weight loss journey, consistency is key. Everybody says that, it's so cliche. I recommend patience, I recommend consistency, and I recommend health over any diet that you choose or any method that you choose for weight loss. At the end of the day, you are your own coach. You make your own decisions. You make your own way. There is no book for this. There are no rules. You choose what you want to do what you think will make you feel your best. If you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below. I love reading comments. I love hearing from you guys. I sometimes don't have the time or the hands to reply to every comment, but I try to reply to every single one of my DMs on Instagram. I try to reply to every single one of my comments. I do try to keep up with what you guys are asking and saying, because I appreciate it and I do want to help as much as I can. Thanks for watching. You don't have to like and subscribe. Like always, go to the gym, drink your water, do your squats, count your calories, don't count your calories, do whatever is gonna make you feel your best. I support it. Be kind, be positive, and go kick some booty. I'm out. Peace.